Hello everybody! I have chosen to bring you a game of my childhood. I've played this a lot and this game helped me a lot to learn English. Even though I didn't understand much, I still played it a lot. Well, first of all we will do some missions for all the camps, and then we will choose a camp based on your answers. I hope you will comment below which camp would you like me to join, and I will join the camp that has the most votes. Let's begin.
The kingdom of Murtana, united by King Robar II. During the long years of his reign, he was able to defeat all foes of his realm. All except one. The war against the orcs took its toll, and the prisoners of the realm were to pay the price. The king needed swords for his army, and every man guilty of a crime, no matter how insignificant, was forced to work in the ore mines of Corinus. To make it impossible for them to escape, the king sent out the best magicians of the kingdom to create a magic barrier around the entire valley. I was one of them. Something disturbed the delicate structure of magic. We were trapped inside our own barrier. 1 second of negligence was enough for the prisoners. Corinus was now under the control of the convicts. The king had no choice. He had to negotiate. He needed the ore. Month after month, the king supplied everything the prisoners needed. Month after month, they brought the ore to the edge of the barrier in exchange. Until the present day. Another convict was brought to the cliff. He did not know, but he would change everything.
In the name of King Robar II, bearer of the scepter of Verant, I sentence this convict to...
Stop! Convict, I've got an offer to make you. This letter must reach the leader of the Magicians of Fire.
You're wasting your time.
You may choose your own reward. They'll give you anything you ask for.
Very well, I'll take your letter. On one condition. Spare me the rest of his nonsense.
How dare you!
Keep silent. Right, send him in.
Welcome to the colony.
That's enough. Leave him alone. And now scram! Get up. I'm Diego. I'm not interested in who you are. You've just arrived. I look after the new arrivals. That's all for now. If you plan to stay alive for a while, you should talk to me. But of course, I won't keep you from choosing your own destruction. Well, what do you think?
Okay, what do I need to know about this place?
We call it the colony. You'll know already that we produce ore for the king. Well, at least we do, in the old camp. There are 3 camps within the barrier. The old camp is the biggest, and it was the first.
How do I get to the old camp?
You just follow this path. The old camp is the next reasonably safe-looking place you'll come across. There are a lot of wild beasts between the camps. You'd be mad to walk around without a weapon.
Where do I get a weapon?
When you get to the old mine, have a look around. I'm sure you'll find something useful. The mine is easy to find. It's just a few meters along the canyon.
Why did you help me?
Because you needed help. Otherwise, Bullet and his boys might have killed you. And I couldn't just stand by and watch, because I came all this way to make a suggestion.
A suggestion?
Yes. After this little incident with Bullet and his guys, you should be aware now that you need protection. Everyone who arrives here has a choice. There are 3 camps in the colony, and you'll have to join one of them. I'm here to show the new ones that the old camp is the best place for them.
What a nice guy.
Where's Bullet now?
He and the others bring the goods from the outside world into the camp. You'll find him there, but if you plan to fight him, be careful. He's an experienced warrior.
I have a letter for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
Really?
I was given it by a mage shortly before they threw me in here.
You're lucky I can't afford to show my face around the mages anymore. Anyone else would gladly slit your throat for that letter. That's because the mages pay their couriers a lot, and most people here don't have anything. If I were you, I'd shut up until I met one of the mages. Although in your situation, that's not likely to happen.
Why not?
The mages are in the castle in the old camp. Only Gomez's people are allowed to enter the castle.
Who's Gomez?
Gomez is the most powerful ore baron. He's the boss of the old camp, the most powerful man in the colony.
Let's assume I want to join his people. What do I need to do?
At the gate of the castle, you'll find a man called Thoris. Tell him Diego sent you.
Thanks for your help.
We'll meet in the old camp.
Just to be sure, I'm gonna lower a bit the music of the game so you guys will hear the chat of the game. And yes, the controls are okay. I've changed them before. Well, this game is very old, but it was one of the best games of the time, and this was the first game that had special controls to pick up and move items from inventory. I actually deleted the game, I think, twice or more times than that, just because I was not able to pick up items. And then when I found out, I banged my head in the wall that it was so damn easy, but it just didn't make sense at the time. Now I will show you that there are some generic NPCs and some important NPCs and some undefeatable NPCs. His name is a guard. He's a generic NPC. There will be many guards that have the same exact conversation.
How's it going?
Good. None of the rogues from the new camp are to be seen anywhere.
And that's it. In exchange, Ori has a lot to tell you, and you can accept quests from some of them and find out important information.
What are you doing here?
Making sure no one gets near the exchange place, especially one of those cutthroats from the new camp. You're the new guy they chucked in today, right?
That's me.
Then you'd better watch out for the guys from the new camp. I work for the old camp, same as the others you saw at the exchange place. I assume you've talked to Diego.
Yes, I have.
Good. Then you know what's what around here.
Why do I have to watch out for the guys from the new camp?
Compared to the new camp, the old camp's a quiet, peaceful sort of place. The new camp doesn't get any deliveries from the outside world. Most of the rogues there just steal whatever they need.
And the old camp?
The ore barons have everything under control. Next in line to them are the guards. followed by the shadows. The diggers are the lowest. Everyone who arrives here starts out as a digger. If you want to become something better than that, you'll have to get accepted as a shadow first.
When I was washed ashore, one of the guys punched me in the face.
They do that to all the newcomers. They call it Standing Godfather.
Oh, are all the guys like that in the old camp?
We do have a few suckers, but they won't touch you as long as you pay them protection money.
I saw a woman being sent down with the goods.
Yeah, the ore barons get everything they want.
Do you mean to say the king exchanges women for ore?
They're convicted criminals too, of course. But if Gomez hadn't asked for them, they'd be sitting in some dungeon or other. I'm not sure what's worse.
I'm looking for a weapon.
There should be some old weapons by the derelict mine, further down the canyon. But don't go and start a war with nothing but a rusty pickaxe for a weapon. Those things are slow and heavy. An inexperienced fighter should never use one of them unless it's an emergency. You'd better make sure you reach the old camp in one piece.
Let's make a quick save and then back to the controls I was telling. Actually, first you have to go in battle stance, then you have to hold the control button and forward or a different left or right to actually hit. But for that you also have to learn a certain style of fighting to it to work. Well, these bugs are very hard to hit. I'm actually amazed how easy it was this time. It was RNG of a streamer, it seems. I was really angry when I did sit down like this and the chest didn't open to me. I didn't know what is not working. Why is not showing its contents, or what should I do? I was not able to do anything. Then I always open the menu instead of my inventory. The pickaxe is our first weapon that we should equip, and this will help us in the first little fight with this mole rat to get a rusty sword that is here. Actually, he's kind of behind, so we can just take the rusty sword and we can equip it for the first fight. Usually he's here on the skeleton, but it seems that now he is traveling. You see, when you have the weapon, if you're running and you just hit, it hits like that. If you are standing still and pressing forward, he does this action. If you are pressing right, and this is left, left, right, left, right, forward, and you have to time it well, because if not, then he will just not hit. Also, this game is a bit of the type where you have to hoard everything. You become a hoarder here. You will gather up everything. We do not go up there. The mole rat hit me? Now I see that my life is missing. God damn it. I'm trying to climb with control, but it's not working because you have to right click and then action button. It's really complicated, but will get used to. I haven't played this game for like many years. They've released a lot of versions since then, but the first and the second release are the best of this game, in my opinion. Let's make a quick save here, because we are going to fight a bit this chicken. Hit! I got scared because I pushed the button quite early. Let's try these piggies. No! Perfect. I'm fighting this like a god. Let's pick up everything that we find here. Save. Because we have a goblin here to fight. Goblins are quite strong, even though they are little pesky beings. They can hit quite hard, fast, and they are quite strong. You see? Well, this is a bit dumb, but I already died to this one a few times, so I'm better careful than by getting wrecked by it. Okay, so these scavengers and mole rats were juvenile, so they are the small type of these beings. Let's save because I can fall down here and I can die. Come on, come on. Yes. Somebody told me that from the FPS I can climb upwards. Come on, you can go down. God damn it. I'm gonna have to cheat myself out. Marvin. And now I have to press... Oh, I actually fell down. I don't have to cheat. Whoops. Ooh, I will take this Seraphis. Let's fall down just easily, so we do not break our head. There are some ways to use cheats, and there are some buttons that, for example, I'm gonna save if something just happens. Why can't I cannot do it anymore? Ah, test mode. I cannot save in test mode. Interesting. You can heal yourself, you can teleport a bit forward, and you can do such things that do help you sometimes, but that's cheating actually, so we shall not do that. We take on this sword. It is better than the other one because this has 12 damage, required strength 10, and the value is 12 again. This has only 10 damage. We are getting better and better equipment. Let's beat this chicken. No! God damn it, chicken! I wonder why don't they hit me? Because these chickens beat me many times, man. A lot of times. Hey, chicky picky! No! Damn it, man. I'm gonna have to eat something because I am injured. Or I will go and sleep first and then I'll fight some more. We'll see. We still have some HP. We do not need that. Pork leaf. Seraphis. Also, you can give yourself ore with the cheat, but as you see, I still have only 3, so I didn't use it. If you actually do not spell in this character screen, if you do not spell Marvin, you spell just Marin, then it gives you 1k gold. I mean ore nuggets, because that's the currency in this game. That's the precious ore that is mined everywhere. Blueberries. You have to watch what you tell people. These guys, as you see, look different from the other ones. The other ones were in red. These are in some kind of fur, bluish, grayish armor. These guys are from the new camp.
Hey, you.
What do you want?
I want to warn you. If you continue this way, you'll be entering our hunting ground.
What do you hunt?
Mostly scavengers. There's a lot of meat on them. Besides, it ain't too hard to get them, once you know how.
Really? How's that?
Ask my friend Drax here. He knows more about these things than anyone.
Why is this area so dangerous?
You've just arrived, haven't you? There are different areas in this colony which are all more or less dangerous. The paths between the camps are quite safe, but even there you might come across some wolves which look on you as easy prey. And that's exactly what you are until you get a proper weapon and armor.
Where can I get better equipment?
The nearest place is that old camp. Just follow the path that brought you here. But you can get the stuff cheaper in our new camp, provided you know the right people. If you go to the old camp, ask for Mordrag. He's one of us. For just a little ore, he'll sell you the proper goods.
Tell me more about the areas of the colony.
If you travel between the camps, you'll need a map to distinguish paths and dead ends. Dead ends often lead you to dangerous canyons where you encounter creatures you'd better avoid. Do not enter the old ruins. There are too many around here, and most of them are old fortifications dating back to the time of the First Orc War. Some are abandoned orc dwellings. There are often orcs in those ruins, or even worse creatures. I'd avoid those places, especially at night. And one more hint, don't go into the forest. Ask the people in the old camp. There's a cartographer living there. Maybe you can steal one of his maps. If you manage to do it, take one from me as well.
What the actual hell was that opened my inventory and actually pressed the conversation? Why doesn't he sell maps?
Why? Doesn't he sell the maps?
If you get enough ore to pay for them.
Thanks for your help.
Don't go thinking everyone's gonna be so friendly, kid. There may not be much in a newcomer's pockets, but some folks would even beat you up for a pickaxe.
I'll keep it in mind. You're hunting, aren't you?
Looks like it. What do you want?
Do you have some hints for the hunt?
I could teach you a few things, but everything has its price.
Which would be how much?
A good gulp of beer will do to start with. Then we'll see.
If we didn't collect the things up on the hill where there was the more rat, we couldn't go on with this conversation because we have to give a beer from our inventory to this guy.
Here you are. Take a beer and tell me about hunting.
Scavengers. That's what we call the big birds. Should be attacked one after the other. It's easy to lure single scavengers from the pack. If you come too close, they'll become irritated. After a while, they'll storm in your direction. At this point, you should be waiting for them with a raised weapon. If you manage to strike the beast before it hits you, you have to keep fighting. Then you'll be able to defeat the creature without being hurt yourself. If it hits you first, well, just don't let him.
What else can you tell me about hunting?
A lot, but it'll cost you more than a beer. If you know how, you can take the creature's teeth, claws, and skin. It's hard to get them, but they are valuable. At least every merchant will trade those things with you.
We need skill points for this, and we also need ore. We do not have only 6 or how many ore, so that's it for the moment with this guy. We go on. We beat this chicken. I have to learn advanced. No, no! You defeated both my chickens. Oh, there was just one. Okay, never mind. But that was my XP, man. These are just simple bridge guards. Same information you get from them as from other people. I'm gonna beat this scavenger a bit. This is a normal scavenger already. This is stronger, and he nearly killed me. Damn it, man! He gives 2 meat already. Now we have to go and sleep so we can heal up. Or we could just eat some meat or certain things that also help our stuff. Okay, let's continue with our journey. This is the old camp.
Where do you think you're going?
To the camp.
You ain't come to make trouble, have you?
Diego says I'm to meet him in the camp.
Okay, in you go then.
Any news?
Nah, everything's the same as ever.
Even though he is just a gate guard like the other one, he has some special topics. Because you enter and you need some help as a newcomer, he will guide you. You actually have to here. Here's Diego. He's our friend, but since we do not have HP, we're gonna sleep first in his tent because he allows us. And after we are healed full, we can take these things, but we will not do that. We are not thieves, and we're gonna. No, we're not gonna
take care
him because he doesn't have any special things to talk about. We will talk with Taurus because he sent us to this guy.
You don't look as though you'd just let anyone get into the castle.
Only Gomez's men are allowed in the castle.
If I gave you a certain amount of ore, would you let me in the castle?
For a certain amount.
How much?
Well, it'd have to take a while to count the ore. Long enough to make sure me and my boys are busy counting while you slip by.
So tell me, how much?
1,000 nuggets should be enough.
1,000 nuggets?
Well, you could join up with Gomez. That'd get you in the castle for free.
We can tell him this, that we have a letter for the High Mage. We will give the paper to him, he will look at it and will give it back, even though we will not do that right now because we try to play it as safe as possible, even though we do know what the consequences are for certain discussions. So I'm gonna go. We don't have 1k gold, so we're not gonna use that. We are going with this.
I want to work for Gomez.
Oh yeah? And what makes you think Gomez will be interested in having you work for him?
Diego says you decide who Gomez is interested in.
Huh? If Diego thinks you're okay, why doesn't he take care of you? Look, let me explain. Diego's gonna test you. If he thinks you're good enough, I'll let you into the castle to see Gomez. Whatever happens after that is up to you, okay?
I'll talk to Diego. Why don't you give me the test?
It ain't that easy, kid. Any newcomer who wants to get anywhere needs a patron. That patron has to be one of Gomez's people. He'll test you, And if you fail, you're his responsibility. That's the law around here.
There must be something you want done.
No, the things we guards deal with are a bit above you, kid. You just stick to the tasks your patron sets for you.
I'm quite capable of doing anything you tell me to.
Oh, so you're intent on failing, eh? There is one thing that only someone who's not with Gomez can see to. But I'm warning you, you blow this and you'll be in mighty big trouble.
I'm ready for your task.
What I'm about to tell you is between you and me, and nobody else must ever hear about it. Understood?
Sure.
We have a problem with a guy from the new camp. His name's Mordrag. He's been stealing from the ore barons. Of course, that applies to a lot of the rogues in the new camp. But this guy has the nerve to come to our camp and sell our stolen goods to our boys. He's gone too far. But he knows I can't do anything about it.
Why?
Because he's under the protection of the mages.
Sounds to me like the mages are your problem.
Yeah, but they're a problem that's hard to solve. A few years back, one of the shadows tried to stab the High Magician of the Circle of Fire while he was sleeping. They found him later in the Outer Ring. In fact, he was scattered all over the Outer Ring.
Why do the mages protect that Mordrag?
Because they use him as a gopher. Our local mages are in contact with the mages over in the new camp. They often send gophers back and forth. They're likely to become very unpleasant if I throw one of their gophers out of the camp or have him killed.
What about me? What do you think the mages will do to me?
You're new here. You'll be okay. But I'm responsible for what my boys do. That's why it's vital that you keep your mouth shut.
Do you want me to kill the guy?
I want you to make sure I never see his face around here again. I don't care how you do it.
I'll take care of it.
People always talk.
I've talked to Thoris.
And what did he say?
He says that I can join the old camp if you think that I'm good enough.
Looks like I have myself a new job.
Do we start right now?
First, there are a few things you should know.
What do I have to know to be accepted in the old camp?
If you want to join the camp, you'll have to earn some brownie points. There are a few influential people in the Outer Ring. Most of them are shadows. If you manage to impress them, it'll earn you a few brownie points. Then you'll have to stand the test of faith. Besides, there are a lot of skills every new arrival has to learn. The more you learn, the more valuable you'll be for us.
Keep it to yourself.
Where do I find the important people?
Well, you're looking at one of them. Then there's Thoris. You already know him. As for the others, you'll have to find that out by yourself. If you don't manage to do that, you don't belong here anyway. Just go through the Outer Ring and talk to people. Then you'll find out who's important.
Who can teach me?
Start with Fingers. He's the most skillful among us. If you keep your eyes peeled, you'll find other people who can teach you.
Where can I find Fingers?
His hut's kind of hidden. It's next to the castle wall. Just start out here and go towards the arena. When you're at the castle gate, go down to the left and you'll be heading for the arena.
Can you teach me something?
Yes, I can teach you to improve your dexterity or your strength.
There must be something about that story after all. Some people never learn.
We would like to increase our strength.
I can't teach you anything. You don't have enough experience.
Exactly.
Come back soon. There are many things you need to learn.
I just wanted to prove that.
What's the test of faith?
You have to go to the old mine. There you'll meet a guy called Ian. He'll give you a list. This list is important. It contains all the items the guys in the mine need from us. They'll get the stuff with the next convoy.
No problem.
Yes, there is a problem. The new camp must not get that list. Like I said, the list is important. If you do it right, you'll get much further.
Tell me something about the old camp.
It's the biggest and most powerful of the three camps. Gomez and his guys control the camp and thereby the whole ore trade. Once a month, the king sends us everything we need. We've got the old guy in our grip, you understand? He sends us wine, bread, meat, weapons, everything. You can also get some of it. All you have to do is join Gomez's people.
I'm not listening to all the flattery anymore.
Where can I find the old mine?
Go to Graham. He's a cartographer. Tell him that I sent you and that you need a map. It'll show you the way to the mine. He lives to the left of the north gate.
That wasn't very clever.
If the list is so important, why should Ian give it to me?
Because you're going to tell him Diego sent you.
I'll tell him. What about the two other camps?
The two other camps split up to pursue their crazy escape plans. There's the new camp in the west of the colony, where the mages think they can just detonate the barrier as soon as they've scraped enough ore together. And then there's the sect loonies in the east. Their camp is in the middle of the swamp, and they're praying to their idol to set them free. He hasn't responded so far. If I were you, I wouldn't waste my time on those madcaps.
So we have 3 camps we have to choose from. Please help me decide which camp should I join. We have the old camp, this where we are and where Diego belongs. We have the new camp, the ones where the magicians want to blow up the barrier by scraping enough ore. And there are the sect loonies that do pray to the sleeper. We have these 3 options.
Some people never learn.
Take care.
Same old story every time.
I will go on this way. First saving the game. And then I am going to talk
People always talk.
with the people that can help or give quests and give experience to me. I will try to evade that guy because he will talk a lot, he will stop me on the travels, and he just bothers me a lot.
How's things?
Not bad. If you can cook well, you have many friends here. Would you like some of my rice stew?
Thanks.
You could do me a favor.
What can I do for you?
You must be used to good food. I have a new recipe. Meat bug ragu a la snaff with rice and mushrooms. You can have as much as you want, but I still need 3 meat bugs and some hell mushrooms. 5 should be enough.
Sounds good.
Then go and see you get me the things. The last one I sent just hasn't come back. Must have deserted to the new camp.
Who was the guy you sent before me?
His name was Neck. He was pretty discontented here. I think he's in the new camp now. I sent him to collect mushrooms, but he didn't come back.
We do know where to find the meat bugs and mushrooms, so we do not talk about that.
That's how it goes.
Hey, you!
If you want to get rid of your protection money, you've picked the wrong day.
Yeah? Why's that?
'Cause I'm not here.
Oh? Where are you then?
I'm actually at the castle, sitting by the big campfire, drinking a mug of beer.
Then how come I'm talking to you?
Nick's vanished. This district is usually his responsibility, and until he reappears, Thoris has ordered me to guard it.
Do you know where Next got to?
No, and I'm not likely to find out. If anything, the diggers in this district might know something, but diggers don't talk to guards. Especially not now they know I hate this filthy work. I bet they're laughing behind my back.
Hang on, better not go rushing into anything.
We are going to continue with those information. That guy will teach us lockpicks and sneak and important stuff. But he has nothing to offer us for the moment.
I doubt that's ever likely.
Digger, let's fry our meat so it gives us more HP back when we eat it. Okay, that's it. Now we have.
I thought that had been cleared
Not
up
this.
ages ago.
Where's the. Here. We have grilled meat. Now it gives 15 life bonus, not just 10 or 12. How much it gives us. Here's this guy.
Hello. I haven't seen you before. You're new here, aren't you?
Just recently arrived.
Have you already decided which camp you want to join?
No, what do you think?
Well, it depends. Each camp has its advantages, I guess. Until you've made your decision, you can stay here. A hut just became available.
Should we talk about this?
Which of the huts can I take for myself?
The hut over there with the little canopy is empty.
Oh, these do not give us any extra information. This is the house he's talking about. We will take that ham. These chests are empty. We can sleep there if we want to, but we can manage ourselves in other huts too. Here we can learn to create swords from this guy, but that's it. It also requires skill points that we do not have at the moment. And kinda that's it here. So we are going down and we will talk with the NPCs from this side of the town. I entered the floor. Okay, let's beat these meat box. This is empty. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, it's very hard to defeat them. But I have to defeat them. How do I take out different swords? Oh, with the console. The easiest to beat them is with fists. We need their meat for the wise choice. Is there another one? No, there's just a box. Okay. You can also sleep here. It is empty.
Maybe.
Oh, this is not the way we wanted to go.
You shouldn't believe everything. You have to watch what you tell people.
You have to fight these guys, so this guy can vouch for you. We will not talk with them for the moment, but we will talk with this guy.
What's your job here?
I'm in charge of the arena. I organize the bets, hire new fighters, you know.
I want to join the camp. Can you help me?
I might be able to, if you manage to impress me. Some of the best fighters from all three camps come here to compete against each other. Challenge one of them to a fight. I'll watch you, and if you're good, maybe I'll think about it.
I thought the old camp and the new camp didn't get on. So why do you let their people fight here?
It's simple. There's fights here once a week, and the diggers always like to see one of the rogues from the new camp get flattened. If one of them fights, there's more bets, and that's good for business. Personally, I can't stand the swines from the new camp. But business is business.
Do you train fighters at all?
Yeah, but not just for fun. If you want me to train you, you'll have to pay for it.
Yes, we need this. We need 10 skill points and 50 ore. This will help us a lot, and we will also have to increase our strength, so we will be strong as hell. Yeah, there's nobody else there, so we are going to the other side of the camp. So let's go this way. This guy is very nice.
Ah, new face.
What do you want?
I want to offer you help. You're new here and the new ones always get into trouble. You could save yourself a lot by making a small donation. Just 10 ore, man. It ain't much to ask.
And what do I get out of it?
While you're in my district, I'll protect you. If you get into any trouble with the guys from the new camp, or if one of the sect loonies gets on your nerves, you can count on me. If you have bother with one of the diggers, we'll help whichever one of you is paid. It's as simple as that.
And what if both have paid?
Then we sit back and watch the show, but that don't happen too often.
What if I don't pay?
Hey man, don't stress yourself. You're a newcomer. Take a look around, collect a bit of ore, and when you're ready to pay, then pay. You can do it anytime, but don't count on my help until you've made your contribution to my expenses. I'm sure you'll understand.
We don't have 10 ore, so we will just...
I'll see you later.
Just you take care of yourself.
Skip this. Make a quick save. And we will talk with Mordrag. Hello, my friend.
Hey, newcomer. I'm Mordrag. You should remember that name.
That's
you can buy any kind of goods from me at a cheap price.
Let's try from a bit back. Better.
Are you really the magician's courier?
What if I am?
I'd like to have a chance to talk to the magicians. I have to get inside the castle.
The magician's couriers bear seals, which allow them entry to the castle. If you were one of us, you could get such a seal.
You have a problem.
Really? What's that?
There are people around here who want to get rid of you.
Really? Then you can tell them they should send someone along to enforce their wish.
What makes you so sure I'm not the one to do it?
Because I think you're smarter than that, boy. You'll soon realize that there are better opportunities than working for Gomez. We, too, need capable people in the new camp. And nobody tells you what to do.
Tell me more about the new camp.
It's the camp where you have the most freedom within the colony. We don't have any ore barons or gurus bossing us around. We have our own mind. But the ore that is produced there isn't given to the damn king.
So what is it used for?
Our magicians are working on a plan to break out of here. All the ore is collected for this plan. While Gomez and his people are lazing around, we drudge for freedom. That's what's going on.
And if I wanted to join the new camp, could you help me?
If you're serious, we can go now. I can take you to Laris. He is the head of our gang. But if you prefer to beat me out of the camp, well, go for it.
Are you really the magician's courier?
What if I am?
I'd like to...
We already did that. If we select this, he will take us to the new camp. With this, we are going to fight, but we will not do that right now. Though, we will try to...
Show me your goods.
Choose something.
Choose something. This is Mordrag's inventory, and the other one is ours. Let's see what we can sell. This. That's a bit of... he doesn't even have that much ore, so we are going to... Okay, that's it. We sold some of our stuff. That's great. That's safe. We didn't get beating.
Same old story every time. That's really not my...
Hey, you!
I trade in swamp weed and potions from the sect camp. Do you want something?
Very clever.
What is swamp weed?
There must be
New
something
here,
about
are
that
ya?
story after
You
all.
can smoke it. Very relaxing for most of us.
That wasn't very clever.
I want to join the camp. I want to become a shadow.
Oh, you're looking for a chance to prove your worth? Good. You can do me a favor. If you do it well, I'll speak up for you in front of Diego.
What is it?
In the sect camp, there's a man called Kalam, quite a big shot. One of the gurus of the sect. Kalam is an alchemist. He has the recipe for an effective healing potion. I'd like to buy the recipe off him. Then I can produce it myself. But nobody can get near Kalam.
And what do you expect me to do?
The sect loonies are looking for new people all the time. You're new here. Just pretend you want to be recruited. Kalam is one of the gurus. That means he checks the new candidates. If you get in touch with him, try to get the recipe. Whether you want to pay for it or you don't, I don't care.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Sounds like a difficult business. How much is in it for me?
At some point, Diego will ask me if you're suitable for us. Just guess what my answer will depend on.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
Maybe I'll have to pay for the recipe. Give me 50 ores in advance payment.
Forget it.
No ore, no recipe.
Well then, we can talk about the ore as soon as you have the recipe.
We have to insist on this so we can get 50 ore from somewhere, because he really wants that recipe.
No, I want to see ore right now or you can get your recipe yourself.
There's enough other newcomers. I think I should give the job to one of them.
Okay, let's just forget about the whole thing.
Not so fast. I just wanted to know how far you'd go. 50 ore is quite a lot for a newcomer, don't you think?
That sounds better.
Okay, I've just got 50 ore nuggets spare here. Don't let me down, kid.
That's really not my problem.
Some people never learn.
Where is the sect camp?
Leave the camp through the south exit, then head eastwards. You'd better take a map. I got one here for 50 ore.
The south exit is the collapsed tower, isn't it?
Exactly.
I'm not listening to all the blathering. Why does that happen over
Well,
and over?
this will be for the first episode, guys. We will meet soon. See ya.
As long as I'm not people always